Hey there, small business owners. This is our third of our sixth video on the digital lab. And today we're going to talk about one of the most powerful tools that are frankly essential for marketing. Love it or hate it, that's content. Some people love it, some hate it. Some people will video anything and turn it into content. Others take it very, very seriously. They worry about how they look or sound on any medium, whether it's video or just audio. But it is super powerful. And I would just suggest, as we get started with this, keep in the back of your mind that as you do it, you get better at it, and you don't worry about it or stress out about it as much that some people tend to do. So let's just get started. So why is content so important? And how can you create a content machine? What are the best types of content to fit your industry or audience? Stick around because we're going to dive into those topics and more. First, let's tackle the big question: is why is content so important for you as a small business owner and marketer? Think of content as the bridge between your brand and your audience. It's how you communicate your message. It's how you showcase your expertise and how you build relationships with potential customers. And good content not only attracts attention, but educates and entertains and converts prospects into customers. Let's use an example here. Alex runs a fitness studio, and is trying to consistently bring new customers and also develop his existing customers for renewal. He consistently posts workouts and tips, even healthy recipes, shares client success stories on his blog and social media. And so, doing those things, he positions himself as an authority in the fitness industry. His engaging content kind of keeps people coming back and turns more followers into loyal clients. And really, that is the essence or the power of creating good content for the right customer. So, how do you create a good content machine? And it really starts with a content strategy. We're back to goals here, and we talk about this. Identify which goals, whether it's increasing awareness, generating leads, or boosting sales, have clearly identified goals for what you're trying to achieve. Next, understand your audience. Is it a B2B audience? Is it a business to customer or B2C audience? But we'll cover that in more detail. But that's important to really understand who you're building content for and what's interesting and important to them. What are their pain points? People tend to run from pain or hell faster than they run for comfort. So keep that in mind. What are their pain points? What's interesting to them with just being a customer, and what are you trying to put in front of them that they'll find interesting? And use that information to create content that resonates with them, and experiment. I think that's a big deal. Experimenting with content and frankly tracking. We started with tracking, but here it comes again. How do you track the results you get with different types of content to understand what resonates? With that said, a content calendar is your friend. Plan your content out in advance and ensure that it's a consistent flow. It's difficult to do, but there are great tools out there that help you plan your content out over time and ensure that you have it out in front of you. You can start to build that way. And so it doesn't feel as much of a grind to say, well, what am I going to do today? Put it out there, create a calendar, and build towards that. The next piece is to mix up the formats. So whether it's blogs, videos, infographics, social media posts, those should be included in your content calendar. And use, like I said, use a tool like Trello or another tool, maybe Asana. I use Asana quite a bit to keep track of this content and deadlines so you don't fall behind and you stay up with your goals for social. And here's another quick tip: repurpose your content. Turn a blog into a video, or vice versa. Take an infographic and turn that into a book or other social media posts. Compile your best tips from your business and turn it into an ebook. The point is, really think about how you can use. There's a lot of great AI tools out there today that help you with this, and I think it's essential right next to the calendar to run content and make sure you get the most of the work you put in. Now let's talk about the different types of content and how they're a fit based on your industry audience. And every industry is different. So it's important to tailor your content to what works best in your field. We talked about B2B versus B2C. That's very, very important distinction to make and what your audience is really after. For instance, if you're in the B2B space, maybe white papers or case studies, other types of content. Webinars are helpful in B2B space. It gets people who are seeking that type of solution. It gets them all in one place, makes it a higher energy environment, and also is helpful for you to get to more than one person at a time. So those solutions should provide an in-depth amount of information to position your business as a thought leader. For instance, if you're in the home services business, now this is more B2C potentially, it could be B2B, but think about being in the home services space. Maybe you create some visual content on some how-to basics. Maybe you create a tech guide if there's updates and developments in your business, showing people you're on the leading edge with the newest technology. Maybe you have an AI enabled solution that they might be interested in. And then some behind the scenes videos of how you go about things, great people on your team that make your business go. So the point is to capture the full attention of your audience and showcase your products in action. Another tool is interactive content. People are seeing people online engage with quizzes or polls or interactive infographics to engage audiences. It's another way to offer something interesting that would engage your audience to spend more time on your site or interacting with your company. And don't forget user generated content. If you can encourage your customers to show a success story or something that they've done with your customer, maybe you interview a customer in the course of business, it's a great way to show proof positive that you are a trusted advisor or a trusted and authentic small business that they might want to work with. In summary, content is like the heartbeat of your marketing efforts and the digital lab. So it helps you build your brand, build your audience, keeping them engaged, and drives conversions. By creating a content machine and tailoring that content towards your industry and audience, you can deliver consistent value to your audience and achieve your business goals. And with content, especially, you don't have to do it all alone. Our agency partners with a variety of content creators and very creative people to help maybe build some a content calendar for you that in video content for you that is a great fit. And so you don't have to do it all alone. We love to help. Reach out to learn more about how we can support your content needs.